the perilous journey of a boy named Puppeteer. Once upon a time, before everything went to rack and ruin, the Moon Realm was ruled by a beautiful goddess. But then, Little Bear, for whom the Moon Goddess had shown nothing but love, stole two of his mistress's precious possessions, the Black Moonstone and a magic pair of scissors known as Calibris. After declaring himself Moon Bear King, he invaded the goddess's castle, smashed the White Moonstone to pieces.
Once upon a time, I once upon a now. This is my Moonteens, so just get to the part where I sound good.
Right, yes, of course, of course. Wasn't everyone so very wowed when the Moon Goddess was obliterated? Wasn't it just great that the impressive Moon Bear King gave a piece of the White Moonstone to each of his generals, screwing over the moon at large? Oh yes, the next 3 years was something special. Ah, yes. Now, where do I begin? He was the Moon Realm's ruthless new king, and intent to keep it that way. So night after night he spirited away the souls of children and locked them inside wooden puppets who were doomed to defend Castle Grizzlestone. And while tonight was no exception, it would prove to be quite exceptional.
Oh, the poor dearie. Look, Yin-Yang, another day, another soul.
Poor indeed. You're as bad as the tyrant. How many of these children are you planning to parade off to certain mutilation before you realize you're wasting your time?
Why, one more, and then another after that. As many as it takes for me to get my hands on Calibris.
That's nice.
Meet our hapless hero, who's just blinked back to life, firmly in the Moon Bear King's clutches.
Puppeteer, your soul was summoned here at my behest. Puppeteer, will you be my friend? Pals to the bitter end.
Lovely. Another dunce who left his head in the Moon Bear King's belly. Listen, you're going to drop dead if you go without a head. And I'll be the one stuck with cleanup. Come on, let's find something else you can use. A substitute head. What's rattling around in there? It's a head pot. This should... You're all set. Remember those head pots. They may be weird, but they flap around with lots of useful heads. But one little touch, and they'll drop their stash. You know, a new kid on the chopping block like you ought to have a couple of noggins at least. Can't take any chances. There's an... See? Just like I said.
Blast it! What am I doing wrong? Am I not powerful enough?
Look out! Quick, pick up your head. Now, this is extremely important. One false move, and those heads of yours will tumble right off your shoulders. if you don't grab them right away, their magic will fade and no more head. So remember, if you lose your head, pick it up post haste. Oh, and one other thing. Moon sparkles. Here, I'll show you. Voila! These are moon sparkles. Collect 100 and you'll be able to magically come back to life, even if you do lose all your heads. Let's keep looking. There, the witch's bloomers. Keep your eyes peeled for moon sparkles if you want to stay alive. Oh, that moon bear king is always angry. Jehoshaphat! Oh, look there. You see that head symbol? Listen, every head has a little bit of magic to it. They react to places and objects that resemble them. Oh, why don't you just give it a try? Here, first choose the right head. Now, use the head's magic. Anyway, keep an eye out for those head symbols. Anything could happen. Look at that. No wonder they're so skinny.
Please make yourself at home.
Go and bring it to me! You'd better follow that fork. The witch doesn't take kindly to long waits. Hurry! Watch that feisty fork. It's as wicked as the witch. Hey, I warned you. Pass through that shimmering gateway to proceed to the back of the kitchen.
Make no mistake, Kuturo was not alone in his plight. The kitchen was already staffed by unfortunates whom the Moon Bear King had plucked from their beds. These children had been charged with keeping the fickle king fed, and it was a miserably hopeless task. After all, his appetite was as vast and insatiable as his lust for power.
Careful. There's this thing about fire and puppets. All those moon sparkles, you don't want to toast yourself grabbing them.
Imagine being one of these tykes and spending dusk till dawn getting kneaded and grated, peeled and parboiled, marinated, melted, minced and mashed. Or, if they were lucky, just zested, followed by a light braising.
I smell something delicious. The witch couldn't have made it. Oh, and that was my lunch. Oh, wait. There's a spark of magic in every head. You got any ideas? Aha, there's that head symbol again. See how using your head can change the world? And I do mean that quite literally.
The witch, in case you're wondering, was a singularly screwy sorceress by the name of Esma Potts. You'd think someone that gifted with a cauldron would know a thing or two about cooking, and you'd be wrong. As for Kutero's catty companion, name of Yin Yang, he used to be the moon goddess's faithful feline. One might say his current mistress was a step down in some regard.
Watch out for the vegetables. In this kitchen, the cook is a cook, and the squash are out to squish.
Hurry along now, dearies, because lazy boys are the first to get turned into grubs. Come hither, my pretties, so you can get lost. Yin Yang, open the windows. I'm roosting alive from this ghastly heat.
1, 2, 3. What do you think? Meowed by my cat-like reflexes?
Ah! Where is the moon goddess? I demand to know where you have taken her! Ah! Unhand me, you louts! How dare you!
That peppy princess ought to pipe down. Are you the new boy? I suppose you want me to get your soul back so you can return home. Well, not until you march those wooden legs up to the Moon Bear King's throne room and fetch me his magic scissors. You can do it. After all, you are a very special boy.
Deja Mew. How many very special boys are we up to now?
Yin Yang. You can keep him company.
Whoop-de-doo. We get to go to the throne room to find Calibrus. Won't this be fun? Welcome to the Tower of Tribulations. But don't let a cheerful name like that fool you. This place is dripping with nasty traps. See? You never know where a head might be hiding. Head pods, dreadnoughts, parking lots. Check everywhere. They don't say, get your head out of the gutter for nothing. No, not good. We have a spherical situation. Duck for your life before we get bowled over. Still in one piece?
Abracadabra!
Magnificent, Kotaro. There's the entrance to the throne room. No one has ever made it this far.
Stop this madness! I command you in the name of the sun! Oh my gosh, are you crazy? Do you know who I am? Dad's gonna have a supernova!
Wait, sire. What if she's right? The sun does have a burning temper.
Ha! What can he do? I've got his precious daughter!
Well, of course you do, sire. And even if you didn't, your majesticalness is more than enough to eclipse the sun.
I've prepared a very special room for you, my dear princess. So please, I insist, take a long rest.
Meow. What luck. He's left Calibras unattended for once. Kotaro, you are one lucky person.
There before our hero towered the most impressive pair of scissors you've ever seen. The legendary Calibras. But Calibras was bound fast by vile vines, the twisted offspring of the Moon Bear King's twisted magic.
Kotaro, meet Calibras. Calibras is a cut above your average scissors. He used to serve the Moon Goddess.
Step forward, boy, and take your destiny in hand.
Now that's a shock. I mean, an honor. Don't you see? Calibras has chosen you.
And so Kotaro's fortunes were starting to look up. After all, he was now the proud owner of a pair of enchanted scissors. Still, it wasn't all good luck. Remember, Calibras belonged to the Moon Bear King. And the boy's first challenge was to extricate himself from the booby trap he'd just set off.
Rats. Now this is a fine mess. You'd better use Calibras. There. That's the ticket. Nicely done, Kotaro. We'll be out of here in no time. Yes, you know what to do. Oh, scissored like a true wizard. See? Take good care of Calibras, and Calibras will take care of you. Don't stop now, or that graze will catch us. Oh, lovely. Very nice.
Who dares lay a hand on my property? My traps! How did you get out? Wait, how did you get in? You wretch! What have you done to my throne room? Guards, apprehend that thief!
Deftly and darkly, the grubs descended upon our trembling hero. But locked within each of them was the soul of a child, just as scared as him.
That's it. Very heroic.
I'll pop your head clean off your shoulders!
Get caught, and you'll be grabbified, just like the rest of these poor children.
Guards! I want that sticky-fingered scoundrel's head! Guards? Huh? Guards! I'll do it myself.
It was a weaver. Of all the Moonbear King's nightmarish magical creations, weavers were some of the nastiest. This was Kutero's first ever real dose of fear. But to escape the weaver, those fears would need to be conquered. As the clash grew even clashier, the boy snipped, sliced, and sundered with the cold realization his life counted on it.
You've lost your head. I suppose I'd better help you out. Again. Remember, there's secrets in every nook and cranny. The Weaver is full of souls, like the one you saw before. But cut those souls free, and you can flatten this carpet for good.
Success! The Fell Weaver was no more. With the legendary Calabrus firmly in hand, Kutero had taken the first step of his grand adventure. Unfortunately, the next steps had to be taken at a run, as the Savage King was hot on our heroes' heels.
Tiger up!
Yes, sire.
Where did that whelp go?
Well, he can't have gotten far, sire. He has such tiny legs. I imagine he's right around the corner.
I don't want him around the corner. I want him cornered! Find that thief, or I'll find someone who can!
Please, sire, your blood pressure. I'll take care of it. Would you like a back rub? A glass of warm milk? Anything? No?
Bravo, Kutero. None of the others ever made it half as far. This will be music to the witch's ears. Oh, man up, would you please? Would you prefer the grubs find you and the Moonbear King yanks your limbs off?